Hello, friends. Welcome to another podcast. My name is Dr. Jason Wiggins, and I am your Gen Z and Millennial expert. Welcome to Thursday, March 25th, 2021, and we are just about to hit Friday. Friday is a wonderful day because Friday means you get to celebrate all the hard work that you have done through the week. So let's get ready to celebrate Friday on this Friday Eve. So I hope everybody is well and had an awesome day. So I'm excited to talk about today's topic. Today is episode number 126. And today's topic is kind of an extension of our last two podcasts for Tuesday night and Wednesday night. As I mentioned before, I tape usually around 9 p.m. West or Pacific Standard Time. And the other day we talked about, how pleasing your boss can get you a promotion. Yesterday we talked about how to find motivation when you're not in the mood at work. And today we are going to talk about what to do when you hate your job but still want a successful career. So we're going to talk about a little bit about the background of why you might hate your job. And then we're going to talk about a series of steps that will help you maybe get out of that job that you do not like. So let's first start with why you don't like your job. Remember, there is nothing more soul-destroying than waking up on any day, specifically Monday, dreading the fact that you're about to go to a job you just don't like. Think about that for a second. Going to a job you cannot stand, and then counting the hours and the minutes until, as I mentioned earlier, Friday. Your boss might be a manager who cannot lead or might be a bully, and you're always receiving mixed messages and directives and confusion, and you're just not exactly sure what the boss is looking for. You love what you do and what you train for, but any part of that enjoyment is squeezed out of that lemon when you work for somebody that you just don't like, just don't respect, or maybe they're just not a good leader. So your feelings are not abnormal by any means. The majority of individuals, specifically Gen Z and millennials, feel the same way. So what do you do when you hate your job? We are going to talk about a series of steps that will be helpful to figuring out how you can wade through the muddy pillars that you're going to be dodging as you make your way out of the current organization. So these are the steps that you might want to utilize. Remember, we are no longer at a job for a long period of time. You don't expect to work for a business or corporation for the lifetime and then working your way up to senior management with the marble desk and the windows of the view of the city. Those days are becoming less and less likely this day and age because of our family role. And basically we are dual parents. There's nobody that basically stays at home any longer. So with that said and done, that means we have to all plan to find ways to be able to get the job done and to do it in a way where we're happy at work. And right now, the majority of people, excuse me one second. Sorry about that. My cat was jumping up on me and scratched the heck out of me. So I do apologize for that. So as I was saying, it is important on step 1 to recognize the signs of discomfort is exactly the push you need. Number 2, if you're not sure how to get out of the job, utilize a career coach or a therapist. When you're doing a daily grind you just don't like, look for the physical signs that are fatigue, emotional eating, meaning you're eating just because you're depressed or sad, poor sleep, less motivation, lower concentration. Your friends and family might start reflecting that they're fed up of hearing about how bad your boss is and how you're being constantly blamed and all that jazz. It's stuff that you just don't want to deal with. And that is part of finding a therapist or coach that can help you get through those muddy waters that we talked about earlier. So don't hold off working with a therapist or career coach if you notice these issues of the life being sucked out of you at work. When your emotional, physical, and mental sources are drained, then that is a good time to see a therapist. Invest focus to rediscovering what's important to you, your worth, your career interests, and learn how to dream big again. Within your exploration, go deep. Go deep to find out what's important to you, the values. What sort of relationships do I want to experience in my job or my career? How do I want to show up to those I serve, to the work I do? How do I want to feel each morning as I wake up to go do my job? How do I want to feel at the end of each day? These are just some of the questions that will help when you seek a coach, a career coach, or a therapist. Another step is, I love this one. This is why I mentioned it, because it's one of my favorites. Read Simon Sinek's Find Your Why. We've talked about that on previous podcasts about finding your why. This could be a transformational step in finding your way back to a successful and enjoyable career. They basically explain there isn't really a difference between having a professional why and a personal why. It's just as much the reason why your friends and family love you as an expression of the work you put yourself in every day. So that is a great point. Why? What is your why? And that's a great step 3. Another step 4 is consider expanding your entrepreneurial and your thinking. Maybe you don't like working for an organization or a boss and you're looking for the entrepreneurial type of work. Think about something that's passionate, that you're excited about, and finding that sweet spot about where can I make money? Where can I do something that is successful for my career, and maybe to have a job where I basically started from top to bottom. And that's what having that entrepreneurial type of flair can be do and help you. Another step 5, market yourself in terms of what you want to be doing. Remember, just because you're currently doing something doesn't mean it's something you want to do. That's why it's important to get engaged, look for opportunities to work in different companies where they offer opportunities. Start thinking about how you market yourself and start leaving it to not being chance. When you leave it at chance, that means anything can happen. Take control. Start thinking about how you're marketing yourself. Is that social media, personal social items? Think about how you portray yourself on digital media, social media. Those are important ways to look at it. And another important aspect, step 6, get back on track to a successful career path by learning new things. You should always be learning new things, always finding ways to improve. If you want to have a successful career, you have to take charge of the direction and type of experiences you want to have on your journey. And these are the questions you want to ask. Where do you want to go? How far and why? What training or opportunity might give you this. Is it executive coaching? Maybe you need additional skill sets, additional schooling. Maybe you decide to go for an MBA, PhD, go to a specific trade school, get a certain certification. Let's say project management is a skill set you need to learn, or an incompetent boss continues to comment how you never make it without these skills. Maybe you need to find ways to volunteer, learn about financial forecasting, resources, supply management, marketing, just to name a few. Work with different team members and personalities so you can learn how to deal with them. Because remember, character and determining how you can communicate is one of the most important things. So some of my final thoughts are, no successful career has ever involved just doing the same thing over and over. When you find yourself despising your job more often than not, it is time to make a change. By using the tips above, you can rechart your course to having a successful career. In a short amount of time, you will only resuscitate your self-value, the recognition of your unique value that you can offer an organization. You'll enjoy longer levels of satisfaction. You'll be able to energize your discovery and the opportunities to help you turn your career around. The reason why we have the opportunity to be successful is because we have the choices that we can make to be successful. Those choices we make as an adult or early on are what impacts our life, career, opportunities. We have a lot to offer. We have a lot of exciting opportunities. And as I mentioned before, if you want to be promoted within the company, then it's important to please your boss. If you're bored at work or you're not in the mood at work, challenge yourself. Utilize those steps we talked about in episode 125. And then, as I mentioned about pleasing your boss in episode 124, these are great episodes to really set you up for success as you either career transition, you find a new job opportunity, or you learn new life skills that will enable you to have continued success in your jobs. So think about that this weekend. Think about what you can do to improve your current situation if you're not happy, or even if you are happy. Look for new tools, new aspects that will help you gain an advantage on your other fellow Gen Z, millennials, Xers, and baby boomers to take it to the next level. Remember, we all have control of our career path. So again, I hope you had a great day. I apologize for the little blurb earlier. My cat jumped on me as I was producing the podcast, and she scratched me pretty good. So again, life happens, and that goes back to my next thing. Life happens, so you need to learn how to roll with the punches. Sometimes in this COVID era, you have kids yelling in the background. Maybe you work at a call service and you're working from home. These things happen, and I think we have gained a better understanding or even tolerance of these same situations in our own daily lives. So again, I want to thank everybody for your listenership. Please continue to provide any ideas or input as you see them, and feel free to email me at my email, jason@jwigginsconsulting.com, or via our website, genzandmillennialexpert.com. So everybody, I hope you have a great weekend. If it's in the morning, afternoon, or night, be safe, take care, enjoy the upcoming weekend, and I can't wait to talk to you on Monday. Bye-bye.